Most women, over 60% of women, wear shoes that are actually smaller than their feet. So that's very devastating for your ingrown toenail. Today I'd like to talk to you about 6 home remedies that you can use at home before you go see your doctor. But if you have your nail looking like that, totally infected, then you need to go seek a professional care. But before you get infected like that, then you can utilize these 6 remedies to prevent it from getting to that point. So let's get right into it. We'd like to talk to you about 3 causes of ingrown toenails first, and then we can talk about the 6 remedies that I'd like to share with you today. First, most common problem is wearing your shoes too narrow or too tight. Next one is cutting your nails wrong. And then the third is injuring your nails or nails being fungal infected, and then it can be very thick and become infected as well. My first remedy is to pick the right size shoes and right type of shoes. A lot of ladies like to wear this type of shoes. They're beautiful, but they're very narrow in the front, and it can jam up that big toenail especially and get it ingrown. And studies show that most women, over 60% of women, wear shoes that are actually smaller than their feet. So that's very devastating for your ingrown toenail. The next one is when you buy shoes, you're buying shoes that are too tight. Most patients come in, and when I measure their feet against the shoes, it is way up there to the tip of the toes, but you need at least a thumb width from the longest toe, either a big toe or the second toe, usually it's the longest. You have to have a thumb width when you're standing from the tip of the shoe into the longest toe of the shoes. And that's very important, because if you don't have that, then your foot tends to move inside, and it's going to constantly traumatize the nail, and that causes ingrown toenail. My second remedy is to cut the nail properly. As you can see in this picture, this is a proper way to cut the nail straight across the skin right here. Once you start going in the corner like this, and a lot of people tend to do that, and then the skin moves up, so there's no place for the nail to grow, so that it gets stuck and gets ingrown. So it's very important that you don't round up like this too much. You let it go straight up to the tip of the skin here. Make sure you do that. On the next slide, on the next remedy, I'll show you exactly how to do that. We're about halfway through my favorite remedies. If you've enjoyed this video so far or learned something new, be sure to leave the word home remedies in the comments below and give this video a thumbs up. Using cotton or dental floss underneath the nail after you're soaking it in alcohol would be very powerful to bring the nail up so that it's growing over the skin rather than digging into the skin. Just use your regular dental floss and soak it in alcohol and kind of put it all together and shove it underneath using tweezer like this, just any tweezer, and just kind of shove it underneath and let the nail grow over the skin. You can also use a cotton swab, or I use a Q-tip and take a little piece of it out and then start, after you're soaking it obviously, and then start shoving it underneath the nail. And this is very powerful, because once the nails start going into the skin, it's very difficult to get it over the skin, because once you start walking on it, skin moves up and allows that nail to kind of keep getting stuck there and causing ingrown toenail. This is a very powerful technique that you'll be using all the time to prevent infection. The next one would be using oil to massage the area. And there are a couple of different oils that I recommend. One is tea tree oil. I use it all the time to gargle my mouth, and it's very strong antiseptic. And also lavender oil is another very powerful one to cause anti-inflammatory effect to decrease inflammation and pain from this area. I use it, kind of mix it together 1-to-1, and then kind of rub the oil into the area, and then cover it up with a Band-Aid overnight, and then let it all soak in. And it's very strong anti-inflammatory and antiseptic to kill all the bacteria in that area. Your 5th remedy is using Epsom salt. Epsom salt is one of the most powerful things you can use. Magnesium sulfate, which is Epsom salt, is very soothing, and also it sucks all the swelling out of the area, and also kills all the bacteria at the same time. And you use about 1 bottle of water with 1 tablespoon of Epsom salt into it, and warm water. You'll be soaking it on a daily basis, about 10 to 15 minutes. Now, you can obviously use more water and you use more Epsom salt as well, but you want to start slow, because if you use it too much, then maybe burning sensation to that area and could be painful. So you start slow and then slowly work up to it. If you use it daily, it's really, really strong to get rid of inflammation and infection from this area. Now I'd like to share with you the final and the sixth home remedies, which is very powerful as well. It is to use apple cider vinegar or hydrogen peroxide or even lemon juice. And these are very strong acid, and when it gets in there, it kills the bacteria and it cleans the whole area out, and very strong anti-inflammatory as well. I use apple cider vinegar all the time. I drink it every morning to help my gut health. Also, you can soak this in a cotton and then put it right onto the area. Just let it sit there for a good 10-15 minutes. Let it work to get inflammation and infection out of this area at the same time. Be sure to like this video if you found it interesting or learned something new. If you think someone else will enjoy it, be sure to send it to them. I post videos just like this one every week, so don't forget to subscribe and turn on those notifications. Don't forget to follow me on my other social media channels, including Instagram and Facebook, to stay updated on everything happening on my channel. Until next time, be educated, get empowered, and encourage others today.